Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some of the common errors that people have when trying to mine Ethereum, strictly software related, and I'm going to be going over how to fix those issues. So in my last video, how to mine Ethereum for beginners, I was talking about, well, obviously how to mine Ethereum, and I got a lot of comments saying, yes, it worked, and I got an equal amount of comments saying, no, this didn't work. When I open my command prompt, it just crashes. I get red text and so on. So I'm just going to be going over those issues and talking about how you can fix that. So first, let's see an example of what an issue looks like. So this is one that I believe you guys were having from the comments I saw. So pretty much you were saying right when you run your batch file, it just closes right away. So it comes up like this. You can see every time I run it, it just closes right away. A bunch of text comes down and then it closes. Well, the first thing we need to do here is we need to read what this text is saying, because believe it or not, it actually is showing an error message at the end on why this isn't working properly, and we need to be able to read that error message. Now the issue is, how can we read it when it goes so quickly? So I'm going to show you how to do that first, so you can first figure out what is wrong with your miner. So we can do this by just clicking on command prompt like this. And by the way, while I do this, I just want to mention, if you haven't seen my last video, how to mine Ethereum for beginners, go check that out first, as it's going to go over how to do it. And then this will go over, if you had any issues doing that, how we can fix that. So now what we need to do is we need to change our directory into the correct directory. So we need to find our mining directory. So mine is called miner right here. This is where I have my batch file. And that's what we need to get into. So to change your directory using command prompt, you type cd, which stands for change directory, and then the name of the directory you want to change to. So on the left side here, it shows your current directory. In this case, I am currently in the user, my user directory. So I want to first go to desktop, and then I want to get into that folder. So I'm going to do cd miner. Now, if you want to go back a directory, so say you went into the wrong folder, you can type cd ... and you see that moves me back a directory. I'm just going to go back into the correct one. And then if you want to see a list of all of the directories, you can type tree. So tree you have to type before. So say if I do cd ... and then I type tree like this, then it shows me all the directories that are in my desktop. So you can see the name of them if you're not sure. Alright, so let's just go back into my folder, so cd miner. By the way, if you still have it as the default name of Claymores, Dual, whatever, just change it to something that's easier to type in so you don't have to type in that whole mess. Alright, so now that we're in that directory, this directory right here, we want to get the name of our batch file. So in this case, we called it start with all capitals .bat. So all we have to do to actually run that is just click or type start.bat like so. Now once you type that, it should run it in here. You'll see the lines of text come down, and then you will see at the bottom an error message. Now this just says that this name here is not recognized as an internal or external command, operator program, or batch file. So that pretty much means, well, this does not exist. Now this is the first common issue. And this means that you pretty much downloaded an outdated version and you need to download a newer version. So it's a really easy fix to do this. All we need to do is we need to go to the website. So we can go to ethermine.org. I'll put a link in the description. You're going to scroll down. So usually if you go to the top, it looks like this until you get to somewhere that says Claymores miner. And then we're going to click on the Bitcoin talk thread, which will bring you to a page like this. Now, in my last video, I said, okay, just go to Google and download the latest version. Now obviously if you're watching this, that didn't work for you, so what we're going to try this time is we're going to go to Mega, because you can see here it says that Google blocks some files, and if you can't find the latest version, use Mega. So we're going to do that. We go to Mega. It will list the newer versions. Just find the newest one as the zip archive and download that version. So I've already done that. It's this file right here. You're going to download that, open it up, and then simply get all of these files here and just put them in a folder on your desktop. So I've already done that, and I have one right here, which is Claymores Dual Ethereum Decred Mine or whatever. And you can see we now actually have this file, which is the one that we were missing in the last one, inside of our directory, and that's because of it's the newer version. Alright, so now we need to do the same thing in here, and we need to create a batch file so we can run our miner. So let's, actually we'll leave this open just to see if it's working after. So yeah, so let's start up our miner. So again, we need to create a batch file. If you watched my last video, you know how to do that already. So I've already actually created a batch file, and I'm just going to open this up to show you what's inside of it. So let me just get rid of this for 1 second. So we have this, it's the same basic batch file. I have my miner name, I have my pool that I've set here, and then I have my address, my Ethereum address right here. Again, if you need help doing this, go watch my other video, I go over how to do it. Alright. So now that we've done that, we can double click on our batch file and everything should be good, right? So let's wait, see if everything works, and we get red text again. And yeah, so how do we fix that? Now, same thing, if you want to read that whole thing again, you can do the same process I showed to run this file. I've already read it, and pretty much that red text there is saying there's an issue with this pool, and you need to type something else into your batch file to make it work. And this is a new thing that has just shown up, so don't worry if you followed my last video and it didn't work. At that time everything was working fine, but this now we need to add something to our miner. So we can go ahead and we can click edit right here, and then at the end here it's a very simple fix. I don't know exactly how it works, but all we have to do is just type hyphen all pools like so 1. Now don't ask me why this works, but pretty much it just does. You can do all pools 1, and now if we run it, we should see some green text hopefully coming up, showing us that everything is working like so. So yeah, that is pretty much the fix to 2 of the common problems that I was having mining Ethereum and that you guys were having mining Ethereum, and this has just come up recently, so don't worry if you followed my last video completely and it didn't work. This is a new thing. So yeah, if you guys liked the video and it helped you out, please leave me a like and subscribe. And again, if you have any other questions, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to try to help you out.